Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Running right, Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Brissett. And it's brought in by Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brissett. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Brissett. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Let's go now. Come on, touch the outlaw. Check, check. Walk 54, walk 54. 65, 65. 65.
Now Brissett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set up, 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter.
Alert flare, alert flare.
Rocket.
Watch the shit.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Open here, Adam Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Team 6.
Hey, let's get off. Go.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mark 55.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Watch
After
quick.
1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Squeeze down low. Watch left. Watch left. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
5.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Say.
Look at me. Door. And hit it.
From the gun, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here I come.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go. Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. Check pass. Switch. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Peek in.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Brissett on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. That's good for 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Watch the run. He's crazy. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
First down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They run with Pumphrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Brissett. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. To throw is Brissett. He's got this one complete to Perriman. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
They come up in an offset eye. So they held them out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, they scared. What?
Brissett now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On the draw, it's Pumphrey. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Boswell's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
18 Gator, protein spill. Hey, exit.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
You're out. Let's go.
The final shot before break. Lawrence steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
60 outlaw. Hey, Alpha.
Come on, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go. Hey, check right, check right. Watch 55. Come on, D. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 99, check 99.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
The final shot before break. Lawrence. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I know he ain't got it. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Blue draw Corker.
He's checking, he's
Leo. Hey, Sam off.
slam. Check 37.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Lawrence lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, orbit.
Give me some. Here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Lane. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
I can't believe they even let you play. You go tight.
Bam!
You got tight right there. Check.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Go.
Mike, 55.
Let's go.
On first down, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Set, ready?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check. Hot route. Hot.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check.
Pilot, 64, whip.
Whip
down.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Rock it.
Alert 3.
Hey, Delta.
Check Mike. Watching you find.
Hit it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Bissett. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 9.
Look at me. Go.
Check.
2.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. I got you, punk. Mike 50, Mike 50. Get him, get him, get him. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Five.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 30 base.
Your trap, your trap. Watch the city.
Greystone travel. Ready, ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You got nothing today.
Come.
You got nothing.
Deep grip. Deep grip.
From the gun, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
You better be afraid of me. You better. Jim, 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 Jim. Joker, 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 Joker.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10. At the 29.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
A first down throw for Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Pumphrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
Let's get it.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Check. Crunch. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go. Get that ball. Check 24. Zip that. Check.
They'll go with Jones. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Check Mike 54. Hey, come on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now this throw complete to Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here we go.
Here we go. Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Check 25. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Gone. Hey, wahoo!
They start the drive with Cook. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. The 40, the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings lead the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They're going to run it left. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Watch that. Switch.
Hard. Hey, lock it. Get it.
Off play action. Lawrence rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Hey, foxtrot.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Ricky.
You're out. Hey, seam 6.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 52.
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Kill.
80 weapons.
Kill. Turn up. Check.
Buzz.
Mike 55.
Sit up.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, check Mike.
On fourth down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Under 10.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Brissett sets to throw it. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24 yards. And the Vikings.
Hey, Charlie. Leo.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Rush in.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
6 yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. 50, plant. Hey, Zoo.
I'm coming. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55.
Hey, Sam on.
They're not ready for this.
They go.
On first and 10, Lawrence. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've